They thought you were ordinary, but your silence carried prophecy. Your posture held purpose. You weren't just walking. You were being led, step by step, by a force they can't access, a realm they can't decode. That's what shakes them to their core. It's not just what you say. It's what your presence says without words. It tells onlookers, haters, and hidden enemies. This one is marked, not by man, but by something eternal. You didn't just survive the storm. You became the storm. They tried to drown you, but all they did was teach you how to breathe underwater. Now you walk through fire like it's your natural element. The pain didn't break you. It baptized you. The suffering didn't stop you. It sanctified you. And now, every step you take sends spiritual shockwaves through every force that once tried to hold you down. You've become the proof that divine favor trumps all earthly opposition. You're the evidence that no curse can touch what God has chosen to bless, and that reality eats them alive. They hoped you'd crumble, but instead you crystallized. You solidified. You stepped into your calling with a calm they can't imitate and a glow they can't replicate. You didn't ask to be chosen, but now that you know you are, you're walking in it like a warrior. And don't think they haven't noticed. They watch you closely, quietly, hoping for a crack in your armor. But what they don't realize is your armor wasn't made by human hands. It was forged in the fires of betrayal, tempered in isolation, and anointed in the oil of relentless obedience. They can't touch you because they didn't build you. And what heaven constructs, no man can deconstruct. Some of them plotted for your exit, prayed for your failure, celebrated your silence. But now they tremble because they feel the shift. It's spiritual. It's not something they can define, but it's something they can't deny. Your elevation doesn't need a microphone. Your glow announces you before you say a single word. You are rising because you stopped asking for permission. You stopped waiting for validation. You stopped dimming your light for people who were never comfortable in the presence of truth. And when you stepped fully into who you are, everything around you shifted. Even your enemies started feeling the weight of your anointing, not because you tried to prove yourself, but because you finally stopped hiding. There's a vibration you carry now. It hums in the spirit. It sends warnings before you speak, because heaven walks with you, because your presence is prophetic. You are not just a person anymore. You are a message, a living, breathing reminder that God still uses the unexpected, still elevates the overlooked, and still crushes giants through the ones who were once counted out. The whispers behind your back have turned into silence, not because they've stopped, but because the weight of your transformation has made them irrelevant. They can't explain how you're still standing. They can't comprehend how you got through what was meant to destroy you. They've run out of lies because your truth is too loud now. They see your consistency and can't compete with it. They see your peace and can't manufacture it. That's why they're shaking, because everything they tried to copy still can't measure up to what was divinely designed inside of you. You were never built by culture. You were built in covenant. And covenant doesn't crumble under pressure. Your name is now carried in rooms your feet haven't entered yet. Your impact travels farther than your voice ever could. That's what favor does. It multiplies in silence. It magnifies in secret. And when the timing is divine, it explodes in public. Your life is about to become undeniable, not by arrogance, but by alignment. Every scar you carry now speaks in the spirit. It testifies to angels and terrifies demons, because each one is proof that you are not to be messed with. They remind the enemy that you've already walked through his fire and came out drenched in oil. They remind your enemies that they're not fighting flesh. They're fighting legacy. Let them keep their circles. Let them keep their popularity. Because while they chased applause, you were chasing purpose. And now the roles have reversed. You were hidden. Now you're highlighted. You were isolated. Now you're ignited. That glow you carry, it's not cosmetic. It's cosmic, celestial, unshakable. You're not just being elevated. You're being exposed, not for shame, but for glory. You're being revealed because the world needs to see what divine power looks like in human form. You're walking proof that no curse spoken in secret can stop the assignment whispered in heaven. And because of that, your enemies are restless, because they can feel your next move, and they know they can't stop it. Every tongue that rose against you, silenced. Every trap that was laid for you, reversed. Every tear you cried in silence, recorded. And now, the tables have turned. What was meant to take you out has become your testimony. What was sent to break you has become your breakthrough. And they will have no choice but to watch it unfold. You're not just rising. You're being resurrected. The parts of you they tried to kill, your joy, your confidence, your clarity, it's all coming back. But this time, it's wrapped in fire. You're moving differently. Not because you've changed your mind, but because you've changed dimensions. The version of you they fought no longer exists. They can't manipulate your mind anymore. They can't access your emotions. They can't sit at your table, not because you're bitter, but because you've outgrown the battlefield. You're no longer fighting for position. You are position. You are purpose. You are prophecy in motion. And the most terrifying part for them, you're just getting started. They didn't expect you to rise from that. They thought what they did to you was the end. The betrayal, the smear campaigns, the abandonment, the silence. They threw every dart they had, convinced it would stick. But it didn't. And now they're the ones shaking. Because there's one thing they forgot to consider. You weren't fighting alone. You had heaven backing your every breath. Your every tear was collected. Your every prayer echoed in the courts of the Most High. They underestimated the weight of the anointing on your life. They looked at the outer storm and thought you were fragile. But God was building fire in your spirit. They mistook your stillness for weakness, your silence for surrender. But all along, you were being fortified in divine secrecy. And now, the moment is coming. The shift, the return, the table being prepared in their presence. They'll see you seated in glory while they're stuck in the regret of their schemes. And it won't be because you begged for vengeance. It will be because God decided the time had come to reveal His favor, to display what He's been cultivating in secret. You were hidden for a reason. You were silent for a season. But now, your visibility is divine strategy. Your glow is warfare. Your peace is prophecy. Your joy is judgment. Every time you smile without bitterness, your enemies feel it in their bones. They can't understand how you made it through what they orchestrated, how you still walk with grace when they buried you with slander. But the truth is, they only watered a seed. And what they buried was never dead. It was destined to bloom. There's a reason you've been seeing signs, repeating numbers, dreams you can't shake, whispers in your spirit saying, "It's coming." That's not your imagination. That's heaven alerting you. Get ready, because what's about to happen in your life isn't just for your blessing. It's for divine demonstration. The same ones who spoke curses over your name will witness the oil on your destiny overflow, and they won't be able to stop it. They'll have to watch as doors fly open for you, as people you never met honor you, as influence follows you without effort, not because of who you know, but because of who you carry. You carry divine presence. You carry power in your silence. You carry authority in your peace. And when you step into a room now, there's a shift, a stillness, a trembling in the spirit, because you are no longer just seen. You are recognized by the unseen realm. Your enemies may never admit it, but they feel it. The weight, the glory, the fire on your words. They can sense that heaven has marked you. They gossip in fear. They mock in confusion. They distance themselves, not out of pride, but out of panic. Because God is making a public statement through your life. You were the stone the builders rejected, but now you're becoming the cornerstone of something they can't destroy. You're rising by divine design. Even your past pain is part of the plan. Every scar on your heart is a seal of survival. Every rejection, a redirection. Every insult, a confirmation. You don't walk like everyone else anymore. You move with prophecy in your footsteps. You speak with weight because your words are guided. You dream with clarity because heaven is downloading blueprints. And while your enemies tried to figure you out, heaven was writing the next chapter. The one where everything shifts. The one where vindication is loud. Where justice is supernatural. Where glory follows you like a shadow. This is that chapter. This is that season. And whether they like it or not, your enemies will tremble. They'll tremble when they hear your name in rooms they never expected. They'll tremble when doors open without your knocking. They'll tremble when the blessings flow in ways they can't block. Not because you cursed them, but because heaven honored you.